What is up, guys? Happy Wednesday to all of you individually. We are Norway and we are preparing for war. Quite poorly, actually. We're a little bit behind schedule. The Air Force has not been developed in any way, shape or form, but we're going to start taking care of that quite soon. The main thing is that we are preparing to withstand a seaborne or landborne invasion, and that means equipping ourselves with artillery and learning how to entrench ourselves to the best of our capabilities. We're also going to be putting a new class of submarine in production as soon as we have finished building a factory. Almost there. Almost there. So 21st of November 1937 we will be done with our synthetic refinery. That gives us oil and it gives us rubber, and from that we can produce many great things like aeroplanes that aren't shit. At least that is my hope. Something else we have to address is our critical shortage of manpower. I am now saving up our political power to change from limited conscription to extensive conscription. I'm not sure exactly. That should double the number of. Oh no, that's only for fascists or communists. Okay. So what we need to do then is save up for service by requirement. Actually, is the one we need. Or all adults. All adults must serve. There we go. That hits factory output by 30%, hits construction time by 30%, and also hits training time by 30%. Not good. But through all the technologies we have unlocked thus far, it should just put us basically back to square one, which is good news. Let's get a close air support aircraft, I suppose. I don't think we need a naval bomber because we're not going to go for aircraft. Or do we go for tanks? Man, this is difficult. 168 days to get motorized. I think we need motorized technology, to be honest. We're not going to modify the government. We are saving ourselves, and hopefully we can now yeah, we need to trade for more steel, but that is okay. Okay, we need oil and steel, so that's trading away 2 of our factories, but let's not worry about that just yet, because if I set everything up now how we want it, and I'm going to stop producing infantry equipment now, we've met our need. We're going to switch to fighters. We need oil and we need steel, so we can trade for that now at the level that we need. Clever, eh? So we are running a deficit of steel primarily. These are the partners we can get it from. We're going to get it from the United Kingdom because that is a short trade route to protect. And we need oils. And I'm going to get oil from the UK as well, simply because we know what's going to happen to the Netherlands, and that will be our closest other source. Oh, what are we short of now? I don't know. What we do need to do now, though, is get one of our ships, maybe one of these. Yeah, we'll take one of these destroyers, or 2 of these destroyers actually. Get you a new commander, if I can. Oh, I only changed in port. Fine, you go. You go back to port then. And you have a new mission, which is convoy escort. Yeah, that'll have to do. Right, so hopefully that now goes away. Everybody's happy. That ship that's here, we can now do that for, and they will be. He can go back to patrolling the North Sea, I suppose, with his one destroyer. We need to pick a new national focus. We will go for aviation effort at long last. And the Germans are obviously beginning to prepare, I think, for an incursion into Denmark in the medium term. First of all, they will obviously go for Poland, and then Czechoslovakia follows soon after. Or maybe it's the other way around. I'm bad at history. I am bad at history. I think it's because it's always been told to me through the lens of the effect on Britain. So it was all about the war at home and evacuation and dealing with the wolf packs in the Atlantic. So I've never really had it explained to me in terms of the fine detail of the European theatre until the stage where we were basically already winning the war. Pretty rubbish. Cool, we have finished a form of artillery. I'm going to move on now to begin to research improved infantry equipment, because that is important. Once construction 2 is finished, that should set us up quite nicely for switching over to a higher rate of conscription. And from there, oh excellent, we can already start training up our fighter wing. We want... Okay, Germany and Austria have now united. We're going to have squadrons of 30 fighters, I think. It's probably quite a high number for... a fighter squadron, but we're going to do it anyway. Actually, do you know what? We'll probably cut it to 20. Just so our supply lasts a bit better. So once that first squadron is complete and we start transferring aircraft into the reserve, then I will begin training up a new squadron. You see that's used up all our manpower already, just operating that one squadron. So we really do need to get to work on changing our conscription levels. How many points do we need? Service... Oh, all adult service 450. Yeah, we need one that isn't... See, this is where being communist or fascist really comes to your advantage, really, because you can treat your people much worse. Let's go for the factory output boost, actually. Reason for that being we're going to hit our ability to produce stuff pretty heavily, and this will offset it. So once we start taking men out of the factories and putting them into the pool for military recruitment, we can begin expanding our military without the commensurate reduction in economic capacity. So things moving on, we're approaching very rapidly 1939, and that is when shit gets real. So let's see how we're doing on the production front with the submarines that we have on order. We're building 2 and a bit less than a fifth submarines per year. That will gradually increase. We will send 2 to there and 2 a year to here. And we're going to use those to begin forming wolf packs to... I mean, the Germans didn't really do a lot of naval import, really. They didn't have to because, you know, they just took vast swathes of land, but we're going to be using submarines primarily to keep their navy contained and to stop them feeling comfortable using it to make a landing. Let's go for that. We're getting close to the tipping point. We're also going to expand our operations out as well. We'll probably try and have some kind of impact on the Norwegian Sea. Maybe even the western approaches. If we're able. Then again, once France falls, we've got a lot of U-boat bases operating in this area that maybe we could try and curtail a little bit. So we now have motorized infantry. I'm going to research support weapons, which we were very late to the party on, but it does give us a 5% boost to defense. Can these guys exercise without starving to death? Improved infantry equipment is now ready. That is excellent as well. 201 days for half a year in advance. Not really worth it. We might as well wait for that. So let's take a look at some support battalions, maybe. A signal company. I think, yeah, boost reinforcement rate. Field hospital is pretty obvious. Logistics company helps with supply, which is something we do suffer with, actually. So, yeah, let's get for that. And the problem is we don't want to weaken ourselves too much by over-exercising the troops, but we do want them to have some level of readiness. Just a moment. Yeah, they're getting a little bit too weak. I don't know how we're going to fight a defensive war, really, if they can't even exercise without starving themselves to death. That is worrying. What we're going to begin to do as well is prepare some expeditionary forces. They are troops that we will basically give over to our allies to try and slow the Germans' attack to us. The reason is that we've got enough to worry about at home that I don't really want to be micromanaging all the divisions personally. I think it's important to basically let a portion of our resources be used in slowing down or ideally stopping the Germans from getting through Denmark, and the rest will keep back and we'll focus still on assuming the Germans are going to make it here. If they don't, then all of a sudden we find ourselves with a very excellent level of development with which we can produce our own invasion fleet and we can begin pushing them back. At least that is the hope. No, we don't have enough manpower to deploy the submarines we've built. That is a pisser. How's construction come in? Yeah, that needs to hurry up so I can get a new military factory up, because at the moment we are not producing any armour. We need 6 more aircraft to complete that 1 squadron of fighters. I am going to continue producing. All the basics and these fighters, and I'm just going to hope to add a new production line shortly with which to begin producing. I mean, it's so difficult actually. I tell you what we need a focus on armament. So we're going to begin pushing down the armament field, and with that we can put into production artillery and motorized vehicles, mechanized and armored vehicles, and begin building divisions that make use of those things. We can now change... Oh, we can only change once we're at war, so I need to wait until we are at war. That's okay though, because we've got a bit of extra here to spend, so I will use that to... I'll use that to boost everything as best we can. Okay, we are very quickly approaching 1939, and that's when things starts getting interesting. The trick is we can't really be too aggressive and get in too early, but we want to get in on our terms so we can change to our conscription model. What we will do is continue to improve relations with Great Britain and France. And Sweden we want to definitely be friendly with, and Denmark. It looks like nationalist Spain are losing to the Republicans, which would be a good thing for us. Yeah, things are starting to move now. We will make friends with America. What we'll also do actually is we will add a political advisor that improves the opinion of our trade deals. The reason that's helpful is just by trading with the UK we will get them to like us a little bit more. Resource efficiency gain, improved machine tools, I don't know. Land doctrine. Yeah, we need to start moving on that as well. The tech tree isn't huge, but you can see that a lot of it is very time sensitive, and it's really hard to know where you should be. Okay, I guess we should have some aircraft now. Yes, we do. Right, so national focus, we are going to go again for armament effort, and we've got the ability to produce another production line. We are going to go for I think we should go motorized first, actually. We are now short of rubber. We can get rubber from... I guess we have to get it from the UK. Okay, that's unfortunate because that means we are now building our constructions with only 2 factories, although we'll return to 3 as soon as this is finished, which is the 6th of April 1939, so it's not too long. And then as the military factory will go into production. I think we should add another synthetics factory somewhere if we can, to boost our supply of oil and rubber so we don't have to constantly trade away our economic capacity for it. We haven't built any anti-air defences yet, or coastal defences, because we're focusing on production, so come 1939 we really need to leverage that to get ourselves in fighting shape quickly. We will keep saving our political capital to make good things happen. What to do here? Support weapons level 2. Yeah, we're using equipment from 20 years ago. Let's sort that out. And we've got available planes in reserve, so even though we've got no manpower to form a squadron, we do have a full squadron ready to go, but we need 400 manpower to make that happen. Okay, so we've got the aircraft at least. We just don't have the people. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm off to record a bit of Grand Prix World for you, so I will talk to you very, very shortly. See you soon.